Yes, sir. You have any comments you want to make about what Jimmy Carter said about people like you, Tea Party protesters, calling you racist?
Yeah, Jimmy Carter's out of touch with reality. There's no racism involved whatsoever with Obama. It's all about his policies. He should stick to peanut farming.
So what do you think motivated Jimmy Carter to make a baseless statement like that?
All evidence that he's provided to us over the last 30 years seems to indicate he hates his country. He's very bitter about being thrown out and being wiped out by Reagan, 49 states to 1. And he's been basically anti-American ever since that day.
Do you think there's a good chance, since Obama is kind of following similar policies that Carter had when he was in office, do you think there's another possibility that somebody like Reagan can come to the fore in 2012?
Well, they say it takes a Carter to give us a Reagan. We had that happen once. I think it's going to happen again because a lot of people who have never been in touch with politics before are waking up as to what's going on. And we got another Reagan coming down the line. Who it's going to be as of right now, we don't know. But we need somebody to really straighten this country out and put it back on track. And it's not Obama.
Obama's been is on a media blitz this morning. He's been on 5 different stations except Fox to actually just repeat his message. Do you really, to this day, know exactly what he wants in this bill?
Yeah, he wants complete and total government control over the people, starting with health care. He's on tape twice saying he isn't in favor of a one-payer health care system. We've seen it, and everybody who cares to look can see it. It's easily found on the web, and that's his ultimate goal, is to control the people. Once he's got control of health care, he will be able to control every aspect of our lives in the name of health care and controlling costs, and it should scare everybody to death.
So his denial of the single-payer system you feel is strictly political right now?
It's an outright lie.
Oh my goodness, you called him a liar. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, according to some of the wacko Dems, yeah, I'm a racist because I think Obama's lying based on the statements he's made in the past. He's said he's in favor of one-payer health care twice in the past, and now he's saying he's not. He wants competition. That's pretty contradictory. He either doesn't remember what he says or he's a liar, one or the two.
So it's a very cynical tactic on the liberal side to accuse anybody who opposes Barack Obama as being a racist. It's an attempt to kind of neuter the opposition. Do you think it'll work?
No. I don't know of anybody who gives a rat's behind about the fact that he's half black. It's all about his policies. I could care less if he was purple and covered with yellow polka dots.
Last I checked, Michael Steele, I think, is 100% African American, and he's head of the GOP, Republican National Committee.
Yeah, I saw Michael Steele this morning, and he says it's absolute bunk. There's no racism involved. It's all about his policies. And
Michael Steele is more black than Barack Obama, technically, right?
Yeah, he's all black as far as I can tell, and he's all American, too.
So that's what matters most to you, not the color of somebody's skin. Do you find it insulting that they would imply that?
Yeah, well, it's comes right out of our playbook. When they're all out of ideas and substance, start calling people names and calling everybody racist, and it doesn't work anymore.
Very good. Appreciate your comments. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Hi, ma'am. What's your name and what town are you from?
Catherine from Manorville, New York.
Okay, Catherine, you're out here in Holbrook to join in this Tea Party rally here. Why are you here?
I'm here to voice concerns that many Americans have in this country regarding health care and the blatant misrepresentation that the people are getting.
Right. Were you at the D.C. rally at all?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't have missed it, and it was phenomenal. I wish the fringe media would have represented it much better, but I expected that.
Yeah, that was pretty disgraceful. I didn't see many cameras there. I was there, too. I was one of the few cameras that were there.
Yeah, you had to search for one, right? Well, there was upwards to 1.5 million, they're saying.
Yeah, that's what they said. From what I could see, it was definitely over 100,000, you know, just as far as the eye can see in every direction.
And I'm predicting they probably just couldn't find us all.
Right. So did you hear Jimmy Carter's comments recently that people like you, Tea Party goers, and the people in Washington and all are outraged because Barack Obama is black?
He doesn't understand the American people. He's disconnected. Like I find the fringe media, the administration, current administration, very disconnected from the people. I mean, their ideology is just really driving them and driving their views. And when they connect with the people, they'll see the reality, not their ideology.
Right. So do you feel insulted when a former president of the United States makes a comment like that? Really, it's directed at people just like you. So does that insult you?
Outrages me. I'm really trying to hold my tongue in that regard, and I think it maybe just skirted your question a little. because I don't want to be disingenuous to him in any way. I want to show him the full respect of a president, an ex-president of this country, as all do deserve. But I really am shocked and appalled and confused by the statement because it's incorrect. It's blatantly a misrepresentation of the American people, and it just shows the disconnect. We've come so far in the last 50 years, and I believe as a people we can go further. But the way the current administration is bringing this in the forefront as racist, I think he's bringing the movement back 50 years. Because when someone calls you a racist, what do you say? You feel like you just was slapped in the face. I am not a racist. I was grown up, yes, in a family that might have been confused by racial tensions, but as an American citizen, I deserve the ability to grow out of that. And I believe I've made strides in that.
Right, so you feel you're being falsely accused then, right?
Absolutely falsely accused.
Does that make you more determined to come out here and let your voice be heard?
Yes, in many ways I feel like the current administration and people like Carter and several other people, their names escape me at this moment, but I'm sure if you Google racism, and you'll find a lot of people spewing that. And I
think Pelosi and Harry Reid are among them.
Pelosi, Harry Reid. There's just countless numbers.
Most of the people in the Black Democratic Caucus.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. You're,
That's okay. That's part of my job.
And which I totally agree, because I read so much. I'm informed. I view a lot of interviews people have, and for their blatant statements are. Basically, Michael Steele put it very well yesterday by calling it ignorant.
Isn't Michael Steele an African American?
Yes, Michael Steele is the RNC chairperson, and he is an African American, and he represents a majority of conservative Americans who are dumbfounded by words like racism and the rhetoric that is being continuously bombarded on the people of
Does it
America.
give you a sense that they're feeling kind of desperate? There's a sense of desperation on their part to resort to those kind of tactics?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a huge Palin supporter, only because she really stands for my values and what I believe in. Second Amendment is the biggest. And First Amendment also up there with the biggest. So when she's even out of the limelight and she has anything to say, they attack her viciously. So yes, they are desperate in so many ways that they'll attack by name calling. And when they reverse it in saying that our movement are the racist, I want to just put a mirror up in front of them. Because they're not seeing themselves. They're just throwing words out there at this point.
I'm still waiting for them to point out a racist sign. I look all over. I can't find any sign that's racist. I mean, I gladly try and be objective about it, their accusation. If you make an accusation, there should be evidence. But so far, I haven't been able to find any. Have you?
No, and they're far and few. At the march, I'm sure there were signs that maybe were questionable, but the majority of the signs were not. So if you're going to hone in on those questionable signs that might have been 1 out of 100,000,
that's a pretty small percentage.
And you're going to hone in on that, of course, you're just pushing your agenda.
So 1 in 100,000 is 1,000th of 1%.
Yes. And so
I'm an engineer. I know how to do those things in my head.
No, you're good. You are very, very good. But yes, I mean, if you really covered the march and covered local tea parties and covered things, and you would see that the signs are basically freedom is being taken away from us in many, many facets. And my whole objective is Medicare is not government's problem. It's the free market's problem. Let the free market figure it out. Yes, you could pass legislation to fix that, and let's do that. Let's not take another agency, make another big agency of the government and watch it be flushed down the drain like everyone else. And when they say free, once again, they're being disingenuous because it's not free. It's going to come out of our checks. The hardworking Americans that work every day to put food on the table, to pay their rent, to pay their cards, to pay this, blah, blah, blah. It's just unbelievable.
All right. Really good comments. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay.